Move on. I told you how to read, and I said first of all you skim the passage, then you look at the questions, and then you underline the keywords, and once you have underlined the keywords, then read for the keywords and try to locate the area of the text where you may have your answers. And once you have found the area of the text, you can read that particular area word by word to get the general understanding of the text. Okay, so now let us simulate that strategy that I use when it comes to normally reading. So we have already told you how to read, and we have discussed it by starting with titles and subheadings. Now I'm going to do one complete passage and will help you how you should read by using all those three techniques: skimming, scanning, and reading for details. And the passage that I have chosen is discussing short answer questions. So let's see, short answer questions are the questions where you are asked about the details that are given in the passage. You have to answer with no more than 3 words or a number, something similar to that. So remember, the instructions are very, very important. And in the short answer questions, the questions are arranged in such a manner that they are arranged in the same sequence as the passage. So you cannot get answer to question number 3 before the answer to question number 1. So first you will have answer number 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4. So every time I introduce a question type, I am going to tell you whether the answers are arranged in the same way as the passage or not. So let's move further on. One more thing, when you are asked no more than 2 words or 3 words, so sometimes there are hyphenated words. Hyphenated words are considered to be 1 word, not 2 words. So please keep that in mind too. So what I told you that we skim. The first thing that we should do is to skim, and I told you how to skim. Skimming means read the headings and subheadings and first sentence of every paragraph, because that is the topic sentence. So once you know what the topic is, you understand what is in the passage. So let's do it together. Now, heading is there: sifting through the sands of time. What is sifting? Now, if you don't know the meaning of the word sifting, it would be difficult for you to decode the meaning. But sifting means browsing, looking at in details. Sifting what? Sands of time. So we are basically trying to get information about sand, browsing information about sand, and the last word of time suggests that we are not only talking or browsing about sand, but its history also. So this article seems to be talking about history of sand. But there is a subheading also for you and me, which says, when you are on the beach, you are stepping on ancient mountains. So well, what is underneath your steps is not only those particles, but that could be ancient mountains, skeletons of marine animals, and they could be even tiny diamonds. And the subheading further says, sand provides a mineral treasure trove, a record of geology's earth-changing process. So what does sand give us? It gives us a treasure of minerals, and it also gives us an account of earth and how it has changed the whole process. So this is what we understood from heading and subheading, and whenever you are doing that, I want you to make notes on the question booklet. So whenever I look at the reading, I'm going to say that the article is telling us about the history of sand. So look, I just read heading and subheading and I already know that the article is about history of sand. But it has 5 or 6 or 7 paragraphs also. So let's get to know more about it. The first paragraph, skimming first sentence only, and I'll try to get an answer. The first sentence says, sand. As children we play on it, and as adults we relax on it. Let's not read anything else. So what does this say? It means that we all enjoy sand. Yeah, we do, especially when we are on the beach, we really do, or if we are doing desert safari or in a desert or somewhere, we enjoy. So we all enjoy sand, whether we are kids or we are old, and this is what is being discussed further in the paragraph. So let's just remove this and move to the next paragraph. The next paragraph says, sand covers not just seashores, but also ocean beds, deserts, and mountains. What does this mean? As far as I am concerned, it means that sand is not only on the beach or on the seashores. It is inside the ocean also, on the ocean bed. It is in deserts also. It is in mountain also. It's everywhere. So the first sentence suggests that sand is common and it is everywhere. Now move on to the next paragraph. What exactly is sand? It means this article is telling us what exactly is sand, meaning that it is defining sand. So the definition of sand is coming in this article. Let's move on further and look at the next paragraph, which is the fourth paragraph. And the first sentence says, depending on its age and origin, a particular sand can consist of tiny pebbles or porous granules. So what are the effects of age and origin on sand are being discussed in this particular paragraph. Let's move on to the next one, and that is the fifth paragraph, which says color is another clue to sand's origin. So color is another clue to sand's origin. That means color can also tell what is the origin of sand, where has it come from. So color and origin of sand is being discussed in this paragraph. And then the sixth paragraph says, usually the older the granules, the finer they are and smoother their edges. So what it is saying is that what are the effects of age on the shape of sand? They are finer and smoother as they become old. So age and shape of sand. And then the last seventh paragraph, which says sand is an irreplaceable industrial ingredient whose uses are legion. Just one word says it all, irreplaceable. Sand is irreplaceable, meaning sand is very important, and we are discussing the importance of sand in this paragraph. Now please note, literally I spent just because I was explaining it took 5 minutes, but if I were just doing it on my own, it would have taken me 1 to 2 minutes to understand the general idea of this 7-paragraph passage. And I am giving you the results of my skimming, that the article is about history of sand, how we all enjoy it, and how common it is and found everywhere. We have given the definition of the sand in this passage and the effects that age and origin has on a particular piece of sand. We also discussed how color tells us about the origin of sand and what are the effects of age on the shape of sand. And finally, in the last paragraph, we discussed the importance of sand. This is skimming, and this is called how to get the general idea of a particular passage. Now, Once you master it, it will take you 1 to 2 or 3 minutes. What do you have to do? Read the title, read the subheading, and first sentence. Okay, if you want to read, you can read the last sentence also, because it not only will give you the topic sentence also, but the result of the paragraph also. So read first sentence and the last sentence. I have read only first sentence and I have formulated this gist. So now that I know that the article is about sand, it's the effects of age, the effects of what color tells us about the origin of sand, what is the definition of sand. So we have found out everything. So first step done. Let's move on to the second step and underline the keywords in the questions.